internet started it, and social media platforms have fully democratized conspicuousness. Media in general has been a tremendous wealth creator for most. Think about it. Owning your own media is perhaps one of the easiest levers of socioeconomic mobility readily available to the poor and middle class. That's very different than it was in the 60s and 70s. Back then, if you had a PhD or an MD, that amounted to a much higher social status, and that mobility was all but certain. You were a professional, and that meant that there was a market for your specialized skill set. Today, degreed professionals are on the fringes and are highly levered. Entrepreneurs who may or may not be academically credentialed are on the way up. High school dropouts are making it big because they understand influence and have talent and skills developed that are much more practical to them than a PhD would ever be. This is a conversation I talk often with my close friend Max Gochman. Max is the head of asset allocation for Pacific Life Fund Advisors, and most notably, the investment approach he built turned their mutual funds performance from the bottom third to the top third within a breathtaking 3 years. His proprietary process blends quantitative models with top-down fundamental research to deliver consistent performance instead of swinging for the fences like many do today with a complete disregard for risk. He frames this new fractionalized or financialized economy as having its own premia. Quote, there's a liquidity premia in the bond markets, quote, since most people naively assume equities are always liquid. Max explains his thesis simply, quote, so if you're willing to give up your privacy, shouldn't you get compensated for that? If I'm willing to have a camera follow me in the bedroom, I should get compensated for it. And that's just a reality I think society has gotten more comfortable with. So people who offer privacy want to get paid for it. And I think that makes sense. If you find a way to engage with people in a way that makes them want to pay you, that is a fundamental human transaction.